Here we are on the morning walk. Not as healthy as it sounds. I do swing past the bakery. I tend to balance the good and the bad. This is called the wildflower walk. Different times of year you get quite a few different displays of wildflower. But today I'm planning on doing a ride to follow up yesterday's ride where I ran the battery right down to 1% again. I got the forced eco alarm exactly when the motor shut off. So the new sensor is telling me I was in eco when I had no assist whatsoever. So I'm curious as to what else it's going to do. So I thought I'd go for a ride today. Oh, more people. So as I was saying, the plan today is go for a ride. No motor assist, I'll run the battery right down. And I know the last time I did this test, I got easily to 100 kilometres and I still had about 3% of the battery left. So let's see if I actually have the energy to run it right down today. Perfect conditions, nice temperature, not a lot of breeze. So we shall see. Before I let you go, I will mention that with the new sensor it does have the image of a battery with an LED in the middle. When you have good battery, it shows as a green LED. When the battery alarm goes off for low battery, and that's the 24% left, it goes to red. And yesterday when I turned the bike off, it was red flashing when it had already given me that forced eco. So I'll be curious to see what happens when I really run the battery right down, so check the behaviours. I'll get back to you. We are 23.47 kilometres into the ride, and the 1% battery is now dropped to 0. I've just checked the ride control app and it has dropped from 7 to 6%. So that means in the entire battery there's 6% left. And we've done a total ascent of 153 metres, so it's not just all flat, a lot of gear changes. So just using the Di2 plus the sensors having power, each 1% is giving me just over 23 kilometres so far, which fits in with the last experiment I did on this. I shall get back to you if anything changes. There we go. So what do we got? So we're still flashing red on that. I've just stopped, checked the ride app, and it tells me I have 5% of the total battery left. So we've done 50 kilometres, total ascent 277, so it's still not too shabby. I'm still averaging 19, which I'm happy with, and a lot of the time I'm running anywhere between 2 and 5 on the gears. What I should mention is, when I started the bike and turned the GPS on, I did get alarms across the bottom. I got the usual suspects. So I got this alarm went off to tell me that I had low battery. I got the forced eco, and I also got my mind's gone blank. What is it? I've forgotten it. Okay, I'm back. I actually had to go into the menu here and search for the page. It was the steps alarm went off to tell me the steps battery was low. Oh, I am getting old. On the bright side, I have checked my heart rate and I'm not punching any more than I normally would when I ride with the motor assist, so that's not too bad. I'm happy with that. I shall get back to you around 75. I anticipate I'm not going to get any alarms or stuff go off. until toward the last 2% or so of the total battery, and then we'll see if the eco forced goes to no motor assist. Who knows? Catcher. Here we go, 75, 400 total meters. The last 25 k's it hasn't been a lot of hills, a lot of headwind though. I even bailed out of one long hill where it was all headwind and I was starting to feel it. I am a suspicious old thing, so about 2 kilometres ago I went in to check the battery and it was still showing 5%, and now at 75 kilometres done it is showing 4%. So we're doing pretty much 25 kilometres for each percent. So let's keep going, see what happens. Here we are, we've just hit 100 kilometres and I've just checked the app. It's showing 4%. Obviously I've eased off on my gear changes. It's also, while I was in the app, I did check, so we've got 7,741 kilometres on the bike at this moment. It has had 49 battery charges, and here's the fun part. The battery health is 96%, which I have mentioned before. That means there's 4% of this battery that is no longer available, and we have 4% of battery left. So does this take that into account? So basically from now on anything can happen. I shall keep going. I may give it another 5 kilometres and then stop and have a quick look and see if it's dropped down to 3%. So I've got a feeling the action won't start till I get down to around 2%. And it's just after 1:30 in the afternoon, so I still have plenty of time to try and knock this out in one day. We are beside a road, so I do apologise for any road noise if and when. We've made 125 kilometres. We have 670 total ascent. We've averaged about 18 kilometres per hour over that distance. My heart rate, I think, has only peaked around about the 145, 150, so that's not too shabby for an old fella. Now, I've been busy since 100 kilometres, and every 5 kilometres I have stopped and I've checked for the battery, and every time it tells me there is still 4% of the battery left. So that defies logic, it defies all of the experience we've had from the very start of this, where every 25 kilometres or thereabouts we dropped 1%. So clear. Oh, hello. Oh no, the bike's just turned it off. I'll turn the bike on again. I'll see if it comes back up. E-bike battery low. Yes, I correct that. Forced eco down there, we correct that. Let's see if it tells me steps, battery's low. Because that was the other alarm that I got the first time round. So it's finding all the sensors up the top there. And it hasn't bothered telling me the steps battery is low. Interesting. Yeah, so, I forgot where I got up to. I'm getting too old, I'm tired. I need a hot shower. Let's go across here. 7 hours in the saddle. No wonder my body's screaming. So pretty much it boils down to the fact that I can only get it down to 4%. It won't go any lower. And I'm too old, too sore to be bothered trying to push it any further. I've got about 1.5 kilometres to get home, and that'll do. So basically the new sensor doesn't make any difference toward the end. Oh, that's what I should mention. From around 105 kilometres, I thought I may not be doing enough gear changes, so I then deliberately every few seconds would change gears. Plus I started using the A button to do things on the GPS, to draw and use power, just to make sure I was really chewing through the battery. And again, I still have showing 4%. Oh well, on the bright side, we now know that for my riding style, etc., I can easily get 125 kilometres after the motor cuts out. Well, easily. The bike will do it. Whether or not the old body will, we'll discuss that again later. Catch ya.